Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome back to another video. Ramadan Mubarak. I hope you guys' Ramadan has been really beneficial and healing you guys in every single way possible. It is currently, I think, the 11th day of Ramadan, and I took 11 days away from posting, which my goal was to actually be completely off of socials and content creation for a long time, but I just can't commit to that. Like every year I try to do that and I just can't. I am lowering my content consumption, which I think you guys all should be doing as well. But content creation, I just can't fully stop it for that long. I don't know. Today's topic is the hadith that changed my life. I heard this when I was going through a lot, and I want to give you guys a story time of what I was going through in my life until I heard the hadith and the reflections I had after I heard it. I just think that it's really important to talk about right now since it's Ramadan, and maybe that the way it impacted me, you guys hearing it from my point of view or what I was going through in my life, and maybe you guys relate to it, it can also have the same impact on you guys, inshallah. So just to set the tone of where my mentality was and where I was in my life at the time, I was going through a very, very difficult period, as most people do. I would say that I was going through a really depressive period. Before I talk about depression, I just feel like it's so over romanticized and glamorized. I feel like most people in their life just go through a period of a lot of hardship and a prolonged period of sadness. So I'm fine, alhamdulillah, and I just think that it's just so over dramatized and romanticized. Like, we all go through those periods. The Prophet ﷺ did, the Sahabis did, like most people do, okay? I would say like it was like over a year, and during this time I think I was going through a lot of ingratitude. I would say the biggest catalyst for depression is being in a state of ingratitude. No matter what you're going through in your life, no matter what your situation is, it's different from person to person. There's always at least one thing that you can be grateful for, which is literally statistically proven. I don't know. They did a lot of research about gratitude, and if you can find at least one thing, then you significantly improve your mood and your state of being. I see in a lot of these quotes on social media where it's like the state what is it? The quality of your thoughts directly translates to the state of the life that you're living in, which is so true. If you're thinking negative, ungrateful thoughts, your life, the quality of your life is not going to be that good. But if you always find at least one thing to be grateful for, and truly believe in it, like not just forcing yourself to be like, I have food, I have a house. Like, you actually have to put yourself in a state of thinking where you deep it on a deeper level and realize that the small little things that you take for granted every single day, people spend their entire life begging God for. Smallest little things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you is some things that people will never experience or witness in their life, and they want to so bad. To get to a state of gratitude, I highly recommend meditation, reflection, journaling, whatever it is. Shut off all distractions and you sit with your thoughts and you try to counteract every single negative thought that you have in your head. So whether it's like fighting your insecurities, or Allah hasn't given you something that you want, sit down and think about, like, literally force yourself. I don't know if I should okay. When I was going through this, I would sit down every single night, and it was so painful. Like, I was going through so much, and I forced myself to count on my 10 fingers 10 things that I was grateful for. No, and I did not want to do it. I did not feel grateful for anything. Like, I was not in a good state, and I forced myself to say the smallest things, and I wasn't allowed to say it unless I truly believed it. And that was a game changer. That really, really changed everything that I was going through, because like the first time you do it, okay, you feel a little bit grateful. The second time you do it, you feel more and more and more. Like, it reminds me of the verse هل جزاء الإحسان إلا الإحسان. I don't know if I said that right. But essentially, by sitting and practicing gratitude, you're rewarded more gratitude every single day. And if you do it over a long period of time, you actually will see your life shift and change. It's so small to have that switch in your head to be like, even though there's a million things that are not going the way I want it to go, alhamdulillah, I'm not starving today. Alhamdulillah, I have a roof over my head. Alhamdulillah, even though I'm fighting with my family, at least I still have a family that cares about me. Those little switches take you so far, and they're hard yet simple to do. So anyways, during this period of like ingratitude and depression, I was trying so hard to get back onto my deen and grow my iman, just because I know that that's the right thing to do, but my heart was not connected to it at all. And I was just forcing myself to go through the motions. And alhamdulillah, I was raised with a father who really, really embedded Islam into all of us growing up. So I always knew that salah, I could never let go of it. But when I was so depressed, there was no heart and mind and no connection to Allah. Like, I would force myself to like listen to Islamic reminders or whatever it may be. One day, I don't know if I saw it on TikTok or YouTube or if I was reading it. I don't know how I came to see this hadith. And it's actually crazy because you will see a hadith in Quran verses like throughout your life, like you'll know it. It's like you heard it before, but it's like you're actually hearing it for the first time ever. You're hearing it with your heart and your mind and everything, whereas before you were just hearing it with your ears. So the hadith was the story of the Prophet ﷺ when he was getting up to pray tahajjud. Aisha radiallahu anha was like, I don't remember the exact word for word, but this is just my recollection of the story, is that she was like, you pray tahajjud every single night. If you just let it go this one time and have some rest, is Allah going to be upset with you? Like I'm sure God is not going to be upset with you. The Prophet ﷺ, his only response was, أَفَلَا أَكُونُ عَبْدًا شَكُورًا. And I was in the worst state of ingratitude in my life, and I don't even know why. Like, I was listening to this whole like lecture or TikTok, I don't remember, and just feeling nothing. And I heard that, and it just woke me up. Like, it actually shook me, subhanallah. And I just think it's crazy how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala literally will send you different signs, different ways to wake you up and bring you back to him, only out of his mercy. Like, he knows you're astray, he misses you, he wants you to come back. He knows you, he created you, he made you so detailed and so different from everybody else, and he gives you such a special way to come back to him. That just shows how much he loves us, subhanallah. أَفَلَا أَكُونُ عَبْدًا شَكُورًا is, shall I not be a grateful servant to Allah? And it's just crazy because who is the most grateful person if not the Prophet ﷺ? And what it made me immediately think is, we'll go through our 5 daily prayers, and this is what I was doing during that time, is I was going through my 5 daily prayers, not feeling anything, like nothing, for literally like months on end. I will complete my 5 daily prayers, and I think that I'm a religious Muslim. Like, all I'm doing is what's obligatory upon me, and it's for my own betterment. God does not need me to pray, but I'm doing it as if it's a favor I'm doing to God. You know, like, astaghfirullah, that's a really like disgusting mentality to be in. And so many of us are raised with like the obligation of Islam, but never the connection to it. One other topic that I want to talk about, and it's the fact that you are special in the eyes of Allah. The fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you with every specific little detail about you. I don't think we think about this enough. Like, the way you think, the way you articulate yourself, your personalities, your hobbies, the things that you're passionate about, your intuition, the family you're born into, the community you have around you, your talents, your intelligence, the way you're able to grow, all of these things are genuinely so special because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created so many things. If you think about it, like, and it's nothing to Allah, but it's so much for us we can't even comprehend. Like, this earth and the solar system and gravity and electrons and chemistry and physics and just all the different types of people and the beautiful nature. Like, there's so, like, bro, the clouds, there's so many different clouds, and they form every single day, or not every day, but like every time there's clouds that form, they are different from every single cloud. Like, there is so much beauty and articulation with the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created our existence, and he created you with all your different, everything about you that's so different from the next person. You never find people that are created identically the same. You never find something in this dunya that's created identically the same. You have the oceans, you have volcanoes, you have clouds, you have snow, you have all these beautiful different creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you have the audacity to think that you're not special and you're not worthy. You are worthy because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you in a world where there are so many different types of creations. You are not like the trees, you are not like the next person. You are very different. Your brain was created in a very specific way, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created your life, written every single detail, and it means you're important, and it means he wants to see you succeed. He wants to see you get to Jannat al-Firdaus. He wants to see his creation worship him and be rewarded for it. He does not want to see you suffer. He does not want to see you go astray from Islam. And I just think that that's important to think about. This world constantly tells us that we're not important, and the systems and structures that we have, you're just another number, you're just another person, we're all just on this world to die. No, like, you're a creation of Allah. He specifically created you. He took time to create you in a very specific way that's different from the next person, and you need to start acting like you are worthy of the good that comes into your life. You are worthy of a connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're worthy of istighfar. You're worthy of dua. You're worthy of salah. You're worthy of fasting. You're worthy of a beautiful life, because Allah wants to see that. Please comment down below your reflections and anything else that you wanted to add to this. Let's start a conversation, and thank you guys for watching. If you're also going through a hard time, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for you, especially during this beautiful month of Ramadan. May Allah alleviate any stress and hardships you're going through, bring you closer to Him, and just allow all of us to have a transformative Ramadan. Ramadan has the power to change your life for the better, and you plant your seeds for the next year during this month. So try your best in worshiping Him, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Please subscribe, follow me on my socials, and I'll see you. Bye.